Welcome to Tour 2024 Retired to Ride video number 23. Good morning, so here we are in La Rochelle and we're on our way to Mont-de-Marsan today, about 3 hours drive. See you later. As you can see from the map, we're heading due south, and the first part of it mainly is autoroute. As you can see, the sun is in the sky, but we're not fooled. We've got our waterproofs on because we don't know if it's going to rain or not. And the idea of going to Mont-de-Marsan is to avoid rain before the Pyrenees. So we're giving ourselves a stop there before heading into Spain tomorrow. And as usual, a big shout out to Brenda, the honey badger, for Badger Cam. Fantastic filming. Now passing through a commercial forest area with different stands of trees along the side of the autoroute. The honey badger takes the opportunity for an on-board shot and a quick thumbs up. We're riding at a steady 130 kilometers an hour on the autoroute, making good progress. A quick lunch stop at a motorway services for a nice snacksident, and then we'll be on our way again. Off the autoroute now, and heading onto the A roads towards or close to Mont-de-Marsan. We arrive in Mont-de-Marsan late in the afternoon, dump our baggage at the hotel, and go for a walk round, see what's there. And some of it is very pretty. Well, for starters, there's a restaurant with my name on it. But Mont-de-Marsan was founded in 1141 by Pierre Viscount de Marsan as his capital, after being involved in the wars of religion in the late 16th century. It passed to the French crown. And there's also a military air base just north of the town. Most dining venues were closed, but we found a place that did excellent pizza. That is a chicken curry pizza. After two very large pizzas, we continue to walk around the old town, taking in the beautiful old French architecture. The old town's very pretty. And that is one hell of a front door. We gradually work our way back up through the town to our hotel and a good night's sleep. Good morning from Mont-de-Marsan, curious little place in France. And we arrived here yesterday avoiding the rain. So hopefully it's going to be more of the same today, rain-free. And we're going into Spain today to Zaragoza via San Sebastian. So, see you later. Maybe we're going to be tracked today because the Google car is behind us. The rough and dirty route from Mont-de-Marsan through San Sebastian, past Pamplona to Zaragoza. Edging our way through the new and the old of Mont-de-Marsan, heading towards a dual carriageway. There really is a stark contrast between the new and the old in this town. Then we're on the dual carriageway heading towards the auto route that'll lead us down south into Spain. On the auto route now, and the rain decides to show its nasty little face, but we're not really bothered. We're just looking forward to getting back into Spain. The excitement's building now, and Badger gives us all a big thumbs up because we both know that the other side of those hills in the distance is Spain. And then we're across the border. Both of us had a very intense feeling of being happy and being home as we entered Spanish territory. Never mind the rain, I think it's time for lunch. I'm already looking for the exit for a service station. So here we are in Spain. So we've got charged on the French side, charged and €3 on the Spanish side, and now we've stopped at the first services to get a proper cup of coffee. And the rain did come, but it's part of the experience, isn't it? See you later. Proper cup of coffee. Oh, that's good, that's perfect. Much better than that other rubbish. Cheers. Well, that's so wonderful. Cool, eh? So, proper coffee and a paella for me. What have you got there? Bocadillo?
Bocadillo.
Yeah.
Tuna bocadillo.
Bocadillo con atún. Perfecto. After a really good lunch, it's beginning to warm up outside. Wonderful lunch, and now we're on our way to Zaragoza, and I think it's a lot more motorway. But we'll see, maybe we'll pull off on the way, have something else, another one of those wonderful cups of coffee, and we think we'll be there late afternoonish. See you later. Back onto the autovia heading south, and soon we'll be looking for the roads that go east towards Pamplona and Zaragoza. The old Honda is just perfect on these kinds of roads. It just eats up the miles, or kilomiles, or kilometers. It's not long before we find the road that's going east, up and away from the coast, and it's nearly empty. Fingers crossed the rain's going to hold off, and we're hoping that this is going to be a very scenic next couple of hours. It looks like it will be on the map, so we will see. It's looking quite scenic already. This is quite a climb. We've been going at this for about 10-15 minutes and we're still climbing. A few spots of rain, but nothing really to worry about. I'm really impressed with this almost empty motorway. We just seem to be catching up with the slow-moving trucks. There's hardly anything else on here. It's wonderful. There's quite a lot of tunnels on this stretch of road, and this climb, sometimes we've gone down from 5th gear to 4th to keep pulling up the hill. And don't know when we're going to get to the top. The scenery over the edge is spectacular. We're both really enjoying this ride. I wonder, is Spain in the top 3 in Europe for scenic motorways? Because I think it should be. Brenda changes the camera angle as we're moving along, and I think this angle gives you more of a sense of momentum and the movement of the bike on the road. I like this camera shot. I would estimate that we've been riding something like 40 to 45 minutes continuously uphill so far. And there's been nothing coming up the road behind us in all that time. The honey badger smoothly moves the camera to the right, so you can see the scenery. And we're still climbing. Only now do we start the descent. What an impressive bit of road this is. I'm thinking that when we're down the other side and we're on the level again, it'll be time for another cup of coffee. I've read that in Zaragoza, in April 1766, there was a food riot caused by the high price of bread and other necessity goods. This took place in the city, and the so-called Motín de los Broqueleros, named after the repressive agents, volunteer farmers and craftsmen who wielded swords and bucklers. This repression left about 300 wounded, 200 detainees, and 8 deaths, and it was followed by 17 public executions. Ooh, that's a bit of nasty history. And just look at these spectacular views. What a wonderful place. We are both quite excited about visiting Zaragoza, somewhere we've wanted to go for a few years now, and now we've got the chance. And just as we thought the scenery couldn't get any more spectacular, here we go. So, another coffee stop, time to stretch our legs before we head across on the flat plains, more or less, into Zaragoza. Zaragoza, also known in English as Saragossa, is the capital city of the province of Zaragoza and of the autonomous community of Aragon. Augustus founded the city as Caesar Augusta between 25 BC and 11 BC as a colony to settle army veterans from the Cantabrian Wars. Many Roman ruins can still be seen in Zaragoza today. Apparently, it is thought it might have been the Apostle James who had built a chapel on the site of the Cathedral Basilica of Our Lady of the Pilar. Brenda, the honey badger, found us a hotel bang smack in the city centre with underground parking. And here she is outside the hotel, waiting for me as I've gone off to unload the bike. Here I am, trudging towards her like a little donkey carrying all the goods in the world.
I think you did very well there, Badger. The parking is next to the sex shop.
The hotel is perfect. Well done, honey badger. So we settle in and then we're off for a look around. It's early evening now, and the tapas bars in the small streets around us are beginning to fill up. What a lively and sociable city this is.
I'm just making sure here that Brenda can find her way back to the underground car park.
Later in the evening now, and the tapas bars are getting very busy. We find in a small shopping mall a very large statue of Caesar Augustus. A last coffee outside a nightclub before getting a good night's sleep, ready for the next morning. The next morning we're up bright and early and we have our tourist heads on. Wending our way towards the Ebro River so we can get some shots of the Basilica. It's a very muddy looking Ebro River at the moment after the recent rains, and the Basilica is very impressive. The cathedral spire of the Cathedral del Salvador rises up above the red building there, and we continue across the river. The bridge footings on one side are speckled with birds resting. We then head back across the bridge to the plaza on the other side of the Basilica. There are some Goya frescoes in this Baroque edifice. It's even more impressive from this side, I think. We've already fallen under the enchantment of this city, and we're relishing and savouring every moment we spend here. a quick look inside the basilica at the ornate magnificence of it all, then back outside next to a giant's marble. This is a memorial to the victims of the Basque separatists bombing in 1987 in the city, which killed 11 people, including a number of children, leading to 250,000 people taking part in demonstrations in the city. It's a very sad reminder. Badgers walking towards me alongside the Roman ruins, which are preserved in a good state. Behind her you can see, on the right, the wonky tower. The facade of the building behind this statue of Caesar Augustus remains, and it's been re-engineered behind. It's actually the city market. It's fast approaching lunchtime, so we head to a nearby tapas bar. For me, it's cangrejo. And for the badger, it's boquetin atún. And both of us are purposely avoiding the cholesterol-laden micas con huevo. Then we're off for a bit of culture and art, striding towards the Goya Museum. It's not the sort of art that sets my pants on fire, but it's worth going to see. But they also had another exhibition there. My favourite Spanish painter, Joaquin Sorolla, who's known as the Master of Light, and I think you're going to see why. This exhibition made our day. Anyway, later on, we're out in the city again, enjoying the green areas, and then possibly some more art and culture. We both love these old Spanish buildings, and this light at this time of the day seems to enhance the photograph even more. We stopped for a drink in this little plaza because we're going to look at some more art and culture. It's sculpture time. In particular, the work of Pablo Gargallo. Having been culturally immersed, we go for dinner, and you can see Brenda enjoyed it. It was a very good meal. Anyway, so that's just about the end of Zaragoza. Tomorrow we're off to Cuenca, and we hope you enjoyed video number 23, and maybe you'll come back for video number 24.